Shalom once again, dear brothers from the nation. Welcome to Injili ya Milele Yasho Messiah from Nairobi, Kenya. This is Ezron Evans, name Audrey Hakiloska. Welcome to the journey through the scriptures, and Yahweh do you good. The book of Echa, or the book of Lamentation, chapter number 1. The book of Lamentation, chapter number 1, verse number 1. How alone she sees the city once great with people, like a widow she has become one great among the nations. A princess among provinces has become a slave. She weeps bitterly at night, and her tears are upon her cheeks. Among all her lovers there is no one to comfort her. All her friends have betrayed her. They have become her enemies. Yehuda has gone into exile because of affliction and because of harsh labor. She has dwelt among the Gentiles. She has found no rest. All her pursuers have overtaken her between the narrow places. The ways of Zion mourn, for no one comes to the appointed times, and all her gates are deserted. Her Kohanim sign, her maidens are afflicted, and she has their bitterness. Her adversaries have become chief. Her enemies have become at ease, for Yahweh has afflicted her because of her many transgressions. Her children have gone into captivity before the enemy, and all the splendor has departed from the daughter of Zion. Her rulers has become like a bag. They have found no pasture, and they go powerless before the pursuer. In the days of affliction and wandering, Jerusalem remembered, and all her presence she has in the days of old, when her people fell into the hand of the enemy, with no one to help her. The adversaries saw her and mocked her destruction. Jerusalem has sinned greatly, therefore she has become defiled, and always esteemed her despise her, because she have seen her nakedness. She herself has signed and turned away. Her uncleanness is in her skirts. She did not keep in mind her later end, and has gone down apparently. There was no one to comfort her. See, O Yahweh, my affliction, for the enemy has made herself great. The adversary has spread his hand over all the prisoners indeed, and she has seen, the Gentiles have entered the Mikdash, those who you commanded not to enter your assembly, and all our people are singing, seeking the bread they have given their prisoners for food to bring back to life. See, O Yahweh, and look, for I have become despised. Is it not to you, all you who pass by? Look and see if there is any pain like my pain, which has been brought to me, which Yahweh has inflicted on me in the day of his burning displeasure. From above he has sent fire into my bones and overwhelmed them, and he has spread a net in my feet and turned me back, and he has laid me waste and faint all the day. The yoke of my transgression has been found by his hand, went together and thrust upon my neck. He has made my strength stumble. Yahweh has given me into the hands which I am unable to withstand. Yahweh has trodden down all my strong men in my midst. He has called appointed time and against me to crush the young men, and Yahweh has trodden down as the winepress the maiden of the daughter of Yehuda. This is why I weep. My eye is running down with water, because the Comforter who could bring back my life, he have been far from me. My children have stumbled, and the enemy has prevailed. Zion spreads out her hand. There is no comforter for her. Yahweh has commanded concerning Jacob. His neighbors are his adversaries. Jerusalem has become an uncleanness among them. Yahweh is righteous. For I rebelled against his mouth here now. All the peoples and see my pain, my maidens and my young men. Have I gone into captivity? I called for my loves, but they deceived me. My Kohanim and my elders breathed their last in the city. Why they sought food to bring back their life? See, O Yahweh, that I am in distress. My inward parts are boiling up. My heart is overturned within me. For I have seen very rebellious from without the sword of the bereaved. And at home it is like the dead. They have heard that I sang with no one to comfort me, and all my enemies have heard my calamity, and have rejoiced that have done it. You shall bring on that day you have announced. So let them become like me. Let all their evil come before you, and do to them as you have done to me. For all my transgression and for my sins are many, and my heart is faint. Echa, or Lamentations, chapter number 2, verse number 1. How Yahweh is the pressure. He has covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud. He has cast down from the Shamaim to the earth the comeliness of Israel, and he has not remembered the full story in the day of his displeasure. Has swallowed up without compassion and all the pressures of Jacob in his wrath. He has thrown down the strongholds of the daughter of Yehuda, and he has brought them down to the ground. He has profaned the reign of his rulers, the heat of displeasure. He has cut off every horn of Israel. He has withdrawn his right hand from before the enemy, and he burns against Jacob like a flaming fire, consume all around, and he has bent his bows like an enemy, and he has appointed his right hand and as adversary, and he slays all who delighted the eye. In the tent of the daughter of Zion, he has poured out his wrath will light like fire. Yahweh has been like an enemy. Yahweh has swallowed up Israel and swallowed up all the priestly palaces. He destroyed her strongholds and increases mourning and lamentation in the daughter of Yehuda, and he has demolished his booths like a garden. He has destroyed his praise meeting, and Yahweh has made the appointed times and Sabbath so to be forgotten in Zion, and the spices of reign of Kohen and his aiding displeasure. Yahweh has cast off his altar. He has rejected his Mikdash, and he has delivered the walls of Parises into the hand of the enemy. They have made a noise in the house of Yahweh, and as on the day of the appointed time, Yahweh has planned to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion, and he has stretched out a line, and he has turned back to his hand and destroying, and he has made a rampart and the wall to remain. Together they have languished. Her gates have sunk into the ground, who has destroyed and broken her bars. Sovereign and rulers have among the Gentiles. The Torah is no more, and her Nevim have found no vision from Yahweh. The elders of the daughters of Zion sit on the ground and are silent. They are thrown into dust on their head. They have guarded themselves with sackcloth. The maidens of Jerusalem have let their head hang to the ground. My eyes are spent with tears. My inwards parts ferment. My bile have been poured on the ground because of the destruction of the daughter of my people. As the children and the infants languish in the streets of the city, and they say to their mothers, where is the grain and wine? They languish like the wounded in the streets of the city, as their lives is poured out in their mother's bosom. How shall I admonish you to all that I compare to you, O daughter of Jerusalem? To what shall I liken to you to comfort you, O maiden daughter of Zion? For your breach is the great as the sea. Who shall heal you? And you, Nevim, have very falsehood and folly, and also have not shown you weakness and turned back to captivity. But the visions for you are false and misleading messages, and all who passes have clapped their hands at the have wisdom, and they shake their heads. O daughter of Jerusalem, in this city is called the perfection of loveliness, the joy of all the earth, and all your enemies have opened their mouth against you. They have wisdom, and they gnash their teeth and say, we have swallowed her up this certainly on the day wailed for, and we who found it when we have seen it. O Yahweh, Yahweh has done what he planned. He has filled his word which he commanded in all days. He has torn down without compassion, and he has let his enemies rejoice over you. He has exalted the horn of your adversaries. Your heart cried out to Yahweh of all the daughter of Zion. Let tears run down like the river day and night. Give yourself to respite. Let your eyes have no rest. Arise and cry in the night, and in the beginning of the watches pour out your heart like water before the face of Yahweh. Lift your hands toward for the life of our young children who languish from hunger, and at the head of every street. See, O Yahweh, and look attentively to whom all you have done. Thus should the women eat their offspring, infants and Topha. Should the Kohen and Nabi be slain in the Mikdash of Yahweh, young and old lie in the ground. In the streets of the maidens of my young women have fallen by the sword. You have slain them in the day of your displeasure. They have slaughtered without compassion. Would you proclaim us in the day of appointed time? The feast is around, the fears surround me, and no one escaped or survived in the day of displeasure of Yahweh. Those I have nursed and brought up, my enemy has destroyed. The book of Eicha or Lamentation, chapter number 3. I am the man of who has seen affliction. By the Lord of his wrath he has led me and made me walk in the darkness and no right. Indeed he has turned back, he has turned his hand against me, and all the day he has sown out my flesh and my skin. and he has broken my bones, and he has piled up against me and surrounded me with bitterness and hardship, and he has made me dwell in dark places, like the dead of old. He has purged me in, and I do not go out. He has made my chain heavy, and also I made cry and shout, and he shouts my prayer. And he broke my ways with hidden stones, and he has made my paths crooked, and he is to me like a bear lying in wait, a lion hiding, and he has turned aside my ways and torn me in pieces. And he has laid my ways, he has bent his bow and stood me up a target for the arrow. He has made the arrows of the quiver piece of my kidneys, and I have been mockery to all my people, their song and all the day. And he has filled with the bitterness, and he drenched me with wormwood, and he has reckoned my teeth with gravel. He has covered me with ashes, and you have removed my being far from peace. I have forgotten goodness, and said, my strength and my expectancy have perished from Yahweh. Remember my prayer, my affliction and language, the wormwood and the gall. Your being indeed remembers, and all bows down upon me. This I recall to you, to my mind. Therefore I wait. This kindness of Yahweh, for have not been consumed, this compassionate have not tended, they have every morning. Great is your trustworthiness. Yahweh is my portion, says my being, therefore I wait for him. Yahweh is good for those who are waiting for him, to be the being who seeks him. It is good, but both wait and be silent for the deliverance of Yahweh. For it is good for a man to bear his yoke in his youth. Let him sit alone and be silent, because he has laid it in him, and let him put his mouth in the dust. They might be expectancy, and let it be this stick to the one who smites him. He is filled with wrath, reproach, for Yahweh does not cast off forever. For though he afflicted, and yet he shall show compassion according to the greatness of his kindness, and he shall not have afflicted you his heart, nor does he grieve to the children of men, nor to crush under his feet, freed from the prisoners of the earth. Turn aside to the light ruling of man before the face of the Most High, or pervert man in his course. This is Yahweh, does to approve. And who was this that spoke, and it came to be? Has Yahweh not commanded it? And do not the evils of the good come to the mouth of the Most High? What should the mankind complain and living man? Because of these things, let us search and examine our ways, and turn back to Yahweh. Let us lift our hearts and hands into El in the Shamaim. We have transgressed and rebelled. You have not forgiven. You have wrapped yourself with displeasure and pursued us. You have slain. You have not shown compassion. You have wrapped yourself with the crowd, so that the prayer does not pass through. You make us as scum and refuse in the midst of the people, and all our enemies have opened their mouths against us. Fear and a snare have come upon us. Shame and ruin, streams of water run down my eyes, for the ruin of the daughters of my people. My eyes flow out and do not cease without stopping, until Yahweh looks down and sees from the Shamaim. My eyes pain in my being, because all the daughters of my city. My enemies hunted me down like a bird without cause. They have cut off my life in the pit, and they threw stones at me. The waters rolled me my head, and they said, I am cut off. I called on your name, O Yahweh, from the lowest pit, and you have heard my voice. Do not hide your ear from my groaning, from my outcry, and drew near. And the day you called, you said, do not fear. O Yahweh, you pleaded with cause for my being. You have received my life. O Yahweh, you have seen my oppression. Judge my cause. You have seen all the avengers, their plans against me. You have heard their reproach, O Yahweh, and all their plans against me, the lips of those raising against me, and they are scheming against all the day. To look at the sitting down, they are raising up. I am their song. Repay them, O Yahweh, according to the work of their hands. Give them veil the work of your curse upon them. Pursue and destroy them in displeasure from under the Shamaim of Yahweh. The book of Lamentation, chapter number 4, verse number 1. The word of Yahweh says, how did the gold has become the fine gold, changed the stones of Mikdash, and scattered at the end of every street the precious stones of Zion, who are weighed against the fine gold, and they have been reckoned as cripples. The work of the hands of the potter, even jackals have presented their breasts, and they have nursed the young, and the daughter of my people has become as great as ostriches in the wilderness. The tongue of the infant is clung to the roof of its mouth. Of thy children ask for bread. no one breaks for it for them. Those who ate delicacies have been laid waste in the streets, and those who are brought into the scarlet have embraced dunghills, and the wickedness of the daughter of my people is greater than the sin of Sodom, which was withdrawn in a moment, and the hands were wrung and hard. The Nazarites were brighter than snow, and whiter than milk, and more ruddy in body than rubies. They are cut like sapphire. Their appearance has become blacker than shot. They have become and recognized in the streets. Their skin has thrived in their bones. It has become dry. It has become a sword, better off the word. Those who pierced by the sword, and those who pierced by hunger, for the pine away, for this pine away, pierced through for lack of the fruits of the field. The hands of the compassionate women has spoiled their own children. They have become food for them in the destruction of the daughter of my people. Yahweh has completed his wrath, and he has poured out his burning displeasure, and he has kindled a fire in Zion and consumed it and for foundations. The sovereigns of the earth did not believe, nor any of the inhabitants of the world, that the adversary and the enemy would enter the gates of Jerusalem. It was because of the sins of her Nebim, the wickedness of her Kohanim, who shed in the midst of the blood of the righteous, the staggered bride, and in the street they have defiled themselves with blood, so that no one was able to touch their garments. They shouted at them, away and clean, away, away, and touch not. They defiled and staggered, they fled and staggered, and they said among the Gentiles, they shall stay no longer. The face of Yahweh scattered them, he no longer regards them. They showed no respect for the Kohanim, no favor to the elders. While we exist, our eyes are consumed, watching vainly for our help. In watchtower we watched for a nation that could not save. They have haunted our steps from going out to the streets. Our end was near, and our day was completed, for our end has come, and the pursues are swifter as in the eagles of the Shamaim. They came after us on the mountains, and the weight of for us in the wilderness. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of Yahweh, was caught in the pits. From the shadow we have thought to live among the Gentiles. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, for you dwell in the land of Uz, and the cup passed over to you too, so that you become drunk and make yourself naked. Your wickedness has become completed, O daughter of Zion. He no longer prolongs your exile. He shall punish your wickedness, O daughter of Edom. He shall uncover your sins. The book of Lamentation, or Echa, chapter number 5, verse number Echad. The word of Yahweh says, remember, O Yahweh, what has come upon us. Look, or see our reproach. Our inheritance has become a tent of strangers. Our houses are to the foreigners. We have become orphans, fatherless. Our mothers are like the windows, and we have to pay off for our drinking water, and our wood comes at a price. And we have pursued crows into our neck, and we have labored and had no rest. To Mizraim we have given a handout, to assure be satisfied with the bread, and our fathers sinned, they are no more. For we have borne their wickedness, servants have ruled over us, and there is no one to deliver from their hand. With our lives who bring in our bread. Because the word of the wilderness of the skins has become as hot as oven, because of the burning heat of scarcity of food, they have humbled the women in Zion, maidens in the cities of Yehuda. Rulers were hung by up their hands, and the elders were not respected. They have taken young men to grind it, and the youth stumbled under the wood. Elders have ceased from the gate, young men from the song, and the joy of our heart has ceased. Our dancing has turned into mourning. The crown has fallen from our head. Woe to us, for we have sinned, because of our heart has been sick. Because of this our eyes have become dim. Because of Mount Zion, which I said is laid waste, foxes have gone in roaming in you. O Yahweh, remain forever, your throne from generation to generation. Why do you forget us forever? Forsake us for the length of the days. Turn us back to you, O Yahweh, and let us turn back. Renew our days as of old, for have completely rejected us, for have wrought with us exceedingly. Thank you for watching. I've been your host, Hezron Evans, through Injili ya Milele ya Yahshua Messiah, the journey through the scriptures. It has been the book of Lamentation, or Echa, the book of Lamentation, that was lamented by Nabi Jeremiah. In the next episode, see you there. Yahweh do you good and balak you. Shalom, peace and love unto you.